Hello, this is Mike at Humble Running. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you enjoyed my first Q&A. This is going to be my second installment here. I've got a lot of feedback. I got a lot more questions, so hopefully this will become kind of a regular thing where you guys could come, ask me questions, leave me comments across different channels, and then maybe I'll go a little bit more in depth here than I can in some of the comment sections across Instagram or YouTube or the website or whatever. The main focus of this one is going to be later on. I posted quite an assortment of super shoes at super high prices. I put the price of each shoe on top of each of them. I have all of those shoes in that picture lined up in front of me here. I'm going to go through some of the questions and comments that came along with that post. I have some interesting ones. I have some thoughts on all these shoes. Are they all super shoes? Perhaps. They're definitely super prices, so kind of do a little compare and contrast on the fly here. I didn't go through these questions. I didn't prepare anything in advance. I did compile a few other questions on different topics, so I'm going to take a quick look at the Adidas Tecton Speed Ultra again at the beginning. I'm also going to field a few more questions about the Prodigio Pro, the new Salomon S-Lab Ultra Glide, and I had a few questions asking about daily trainers or perhaps using super shoes or almost super shoes as daily trainers, so that's something I'll cover as well. I'll also give a little bit of a personal update on my running. My recent videos, you've seen a lot of snow and ice on the run. Doing my best to get out there and train. It's a little bit warmer today. Have some drip dropping. I hope that's not becoming torturous to your ears. But let's get straight into it. First comment I have lined up. This is not really a comment, actually. I was going through some of the screenshots of the other comments that I wanted to cover in this Q&A, and I came across an old screen grab that I had taken from Instagram of Eli Hemming's shoes when he won OCC this year. And I did talk about the Adidas Tecton Speed Ultra and how the heel is maybe not so great and how maybe pros are getting custom uppers. So as you can see in this quick screen grab that I got right here, this is definitely not the same heel that is in the Speed Ultra. You can see the padding. It looks kind of more like a regular shoe. I wonder why that you have a pro running in this type of heel collar, which seems like it would be more standard, and then you release this one in the regular version. So just a quick kind of screenshot there of what I was talking about last week. Yeah, the versions that you buy are not necessarily the versions that the pros are running in, and obviously I would love to have the heel that Eli Hemming is running in this shoe, and I'm sure there are many others. David Roach, I don't know if he saw this one. Why can't they get him a pair with a better heel? You know, he did post about his special lacing technique this week. All right, moving on. More Prodigio Pro questions. Okay, this shoe popped up. I have a comment from TF1978. Prodigio is available on REI's website. Yes, it is available, but for pre-order. I don't have an exact date when this is going to come in. I kind of feel bad emailing my rep all the time, trying to figure out when they're coming in and trying to pass that information along to you guys. So should be soon. It could be any day now. So it is available for pre-order on REI, which is great. You can get 5% off if you're a member, if you have REI's MasterCard. I'm not sponsored by MasterCard or anything like that, but you get an additional 10% off. So to be able to get a super shoe at REI and get, I don't know, in the range of 5 to 15% off is great. Next comment comes from TOBIVS Tobiv Schneider. Okay, there we go. Tecton X3 for daily training or only saved for racing? And then I have a follow-up comment here. Compared to Tecton X3, is the Prodigio, is it also soft? Okay, so we're looking at these two shoes right here. We have the Tecton X3. This has a PIBA midsole. Very soft. Love this shoe. Here you have nitrogen TPU blended with nitrogen EVA. Kind of pressing these, I want to say they're I can feel the plate when I press right here actually, so maybe that's not a great spot, but along this edge right here, yeah, the PIBA is very soft. And this, I'm probably getting the nitrogen EVA on the outside here, but it seems very similar. Let me take a quick moment here, throw these shoes on. Actually, I thought I brought opposite feet, so we're gonna have to pause this right now and I'll be right back. Alright, got a left and a right now. I'm not gonna lace these up snug. I'm not gonna run around. Just want to kind of feel them out, see how they feel. Close up cam over here. Alright, put these both on foot here. Let's see. The feeling of softness is very similar, I would say. Let's see. Softness wise, that is. Feel more volume of foam under the Hoka. That's obvious. And it's definitely noticeable under the forefoot, especially compared maybe the base of the big toe here, this part of the ball of the foot. Definitely have more ground feel with the La Sportiva. Again, no surprise in that regard. But in terms of pure softness, they feel similar. There's just a lot of volume in the Hoka. This is, of course, a true 100-mile shoe. Maybe this could be for some. But yeah, if you're thinking about how the foams feel, this PBA right here and this nitrogen TPU EVA right here, very similar. Just difference in feel under the forefoot again. You have more ground feel here. This one is gonna be more agile. So there you go on that. Yeah, so taking a look there at my comment, I did answer generally soft, kind of different feel. The X3 has a lot more foam volume. So yeah, that was the top of my head. This is actually the first time I've had them on both feet here. So I was kind of on target with that one. I have another question here. Tecton X3 for daily training or only safe for racing? This is Tobiv Schneider again. Yeah, I think I did say this in my review of the Tecton X3 on Road Trail Run. I do think this could be an awesome daily trainer. There's a very good runner around here that I know, and I see him wearing the shoe. Actually, there's a few runners locally that I see them posting pictures and stuff like that, and they're always in the Tecton X3. I think this could be an excellent daily trainer. It has the cushion softness for long miles, training miles, and it's light and fast. And the plate is not too obtrusive. One thing I don't like for daily training is really stiff carbon plates. I feel like that's not necessarily helpful. With the Tecton X3, the plates are almost imperceptible in terms of feel under the foot. It's more of a soft, cushy feel, but again, they're light. I think it's below 10 ounces for sure, maybe 9.5. I have two sizes. Yeah, the plate gives you that efficiency and lightness. The soft feel is what you want in the trainer without the carbon plate being firm and obtrusive under your foot. So yes, it would be a great daily trainer. The only problem is it's $275. So it does have Vibram Mega Grip. I love the gaiter for daily training. You know, you're not going to get stuff into the shoe every single. There's a lot of, I mean, it's a great shoe. It's just the price as far as a daily trainer is $275. Next question here. This comes from Gens Linton on my La Sportiva Prodigio Pro full review. Which of your newer shoes are you most impressed with as just incredible daily trainers? Okay, so I just talked about the Tecton X3. That's not a new shoe. Incredible daily trainers. Again, I lump these two questions together on purpose because this would be an incredible daily trainer. And I did mention this in my review, probably my video review, my comparison to the S-Lab Genesis. It's just similar to everything I just said about the Tecton X3. You have that soft feel. There's no plate in this one, so that's even better, even though with the X3 I said you can't really feel it, so it's okay in that regard because you have that bit more foam volume underfoot. This doesn't have the plate, a little less foam, so it kind of works out. The price is somewhat right. You know, if you're thinking super shoe range, I didn't have this one in the picture because it's listed below 200. It's listed at 195. And again, if you go to REI, You get 5 to 15% off depending on memberships and what card you use. I would run in this shoe every day. It's excellent. The ground feel, like I said, compared to that Tecton X3 is much better. I feel like that's better for daily training. You don't want to necessarily not feel anything underfoot when you're training. You want to train your feet a little bit, but you want to be protected. You want to have a nice, soft, and comfortable feel. The wide toe box is great in both of these shoes, especially this one in combination with the ground feel. So yeah, out of all the shoes that I have recently, if I was gonna daily train in one and I wasn't saving it for some races, I would probably run in this one. All right, now let's move on to a couple quick things about the Salomon S-Lab Ultra Glide. If you didn't catch it, I did a quick kind of question and answer in regard to some questions that I had been receiving, some feedback I had been seeing. Took it out, stopped, looked at the upper a little bit. Go back in my channel, check out that video if you want something more specific to the Ultra Glide. This again comes from TF 1978. I had to size down a half size, and for the last 5 to 7 years have always been a 10.5 in Salomon and S-Lab. Most are saying down a half size. So yes, I covered this in my video, so I won't repeat myself all again. Initially it felt quite snug, but the midsole seems to have bedded in, the upper seems to have broken in a bit. I thought I was very snug initially in this US 9.5 sample. Sometimes I go between 9.5 and 10 in Salomon, but seems to have broken in. I'm happy with a 9.5, and I probably wouldn't want to have US 10 in this shoe right here. I also looked about a bit in the video. Some people are having some bunching issues here. Maybe perhaps if you are on the wrong end of having, say, a little bit too big of a size in this shoe, there's maybe some kind of issue with this tongue sliding around and bunching in this area. So again, go back to my Ultra Glide video there. I think that was a couple days ago. Check that out for a little more in-depth response on that front. This is also coming up from TF 1978. Another interesting fact, Salomon offers the S-Lab Ultra that FDH, Francois Dane, designed that have fiberglass plate, and it's less than the Salomon Ultra Glide. Seems odd. Yeah, the price, I think it might have been in another response that I had somewhere. Yeah, $250 is a lot for this. It is kind of curious that I have not run in that Salomon Ultra shoe from FDH, but it has a fiberglass plate. This has no plate. Again, I guess a lot of R&D went into this outsole, and that's maybe a premium component kind of in substitute for a plate in an expensive shoe, so to speak. But yeah, if this is $250 and the other one is I believe it was $240, so that's slightly cheaper, and they're both kind of marketed as ultra shoes. That one flew under the radar. There, I don't remember a big marketing push. I was aware of that shoe, but I don't remember a big push to kind of promote that one. This is heavily promoted at UTMB last year. See it all over YouTube. Yeah, the price, it's $250. Full review will be coming soon. Another comment regarding that line, will the regular Ultra Glide 3 be reviewed soon? And I did answer, I don't see that one except for a UK Euro Salomon site. I wasn't even aware of that model. There is an Ultra Glide 3. It looks quite similar to this model, and I had no information until I actually read these comments. I didn't even know they were coming up with this, so I'm not sure if a sample is on my way. I'm not even sure. I don't see this on the US website, but they are for sale in a UK website and also, I believe, a Spanish website, maybe. I'm not sure which countries are. So I did take a quick look at it, and the upper is different. It's probably heavier materials. There's no, here you've got the Energy Foam Plus Core, and when I press this, it's very soft. Like this shoe actually feels very nice on the run. After it's broken in, it's a really sweet cruising ride. But this regular Ultra Glide 3 does not seem to have this Energy Foam plus insert, which would make sense because this is, I don't know, 135 pounds, whatever. Maybe I think it's in the range of 160 US dollars. So it's going to be way cheaper than this one, but you'll probably have a firmer midsole. It's probably going to be heavier. You have kind of a more basic upper. Curiously, I'm looking at this right now on my screen. They have a more standard heel. It looks like it's hard to tell from the pictures, but there's definitely way more padding on the interior, and it seems a bit lower. This one being high is a bit kind of curious. Recently, a lot of brands have been going to that kind of swoop upper away from the Achilles to take pressure off, and this is kind of high and going in the opposite direction. So that's a little curious. The Ultra Glide 3, the regular version, looks a little bit different. So I don't know. If I get to test that one, I will definitely compare and contrast, but at this point, not sure on that one. Alright, we have one more comment coming here from S. Curlin. I just want to let you know that you're making some really good content and you're about to blow up if you stay consistent. I see a Seth James Demore type of trajectory. I'm the biggest fan of the Hoka Mafate Speed 4, and I'm always looking for something comparable, but it's just not out there. I'm talking about the wide base, wider toe box, dual density foam, grip, and upper. I'm a trail running shoe connoisseur. Nothing that I've even tried comes close to coming together like the Mafate. Any of the newer releases fit that bill. Thanks in advance. I guess thank you for the, I would call it, encouragement. Yeah, I'm trying to kind of try different things. I think the Q&A is a good format. I think people like having more direct question and answer, I would say. I do have the Mafate 4 here. Now, I haven't run in this shoe in a while, and it got me thinking when he asked this question. The only problem I have is my sample is in a 9.5, and I've really been going with 10 in a Hoka. So when I wear this shoe, I have to wear a thinner sock, and it feels like this toe box could be nice and wide, but in my 9.5, I'm just a little bit snug here. I have to wear a thinner sock to kind of get away with it. I see what he's saying about this. This is a great everyday shoe. It's a little bit heavier, 10.7 ounces. It doesn't have that fast kind of feel as some of these other shoes with the plate, the new kind of rockers. This one kind of seems to sink into the ground a bit more. You have that Pro-Fly layer under your foot and the firmer layer. Interestingly, they're going to reverse that in the Mafate Speed 5. So they're going to put the firmer layer here and the softer layer below. So we'll see how that shakes out. Yeah, this is one of the burliest outsoles that you can get. This is just kind of a do-it-all, but I would say not fast shoe. I would again look at the Prodigio Pro if you wanted to find something comparable, because this is not quite as high as the Tecton X3. I've got on one of my feet here, but it's probably in the range. I'd have to check the specs. It's probably in the range of this shoe. You don't quite have this aggressive lug depth with the Prodigio Pro, but this is a mountain outsole, highly capable, and you know, both of these shoes are unplated, so you're similar in that regard. I just feel like this shoe's a little bit more modern in terms of the foam is more responsive here. This one, it's not as straight responsive. It gives you that great cushion and solid feel with that kind of dual layer setup, but when I run in this shoe, it doesn't necessarily feel fast. I just feel like I'm comfortable, but I don't feel the same level of efficiency here. I think this one has a better rocker. The foam is more energetic, so you know, I hate to always just recommend this shoe, but it's really great, and I think it would probably be the most comparable. If I'm looking at the Ultra Glide here, this shoe feels higher. I don't feel as low to the ground in this shoe as I do in this one, so it has quite of a different feel, not necessarily as stable a base as this shoe. So this shoe's great like in technical terrain and just feels solid, cushioned ground feel, not, you know, close to the ground feel, cushioned ground feel, if that makes any sense. Here I feel maybe a little bit taller. The drop in this one is more apparent compared to this shoe right here, so it just feels more like it wants to be on slightly mellower terrain, you know, moderate to easy type terrain with this one. So not necessarily in the same range. Again, Prodigio Pro, check that one out if you really like this one. The Max is going to come out. The Max version of the Prodigio is going to come out earlier than upcoming UTMB. I'm not sure when they're going to have samples, but looking forward to testing that one. Just wanted to jump into a quick personal update before I get on to the expensive super shoes here. It's kind of like, for me, the dog days of winter right now. It's February, mid-February, it's just snow. I've been doing a lot of skiing. I don't have a big early season race. I did that 20 miler. I focused on kind of putting a lot of content out regarding that one, but my training has kind of been like regular but not focused. I'm training a decent amount of volume, trying to get back into some strength stuff that I've been lacking, but my real big long race isn't on the calendar. I have 100K coming up in June. There's another kind of mountain race, 20 miler in May, so I'm going to try to up my very steep climbing ahead of that race and maybe think about what kind of shoe I'm going to wear for that one. Other than that, I've just been doing a lot of downhill skiing. I got a Skimo set up from Skimo from Dina Fit. It's not one of those like European super speed racing Skimo setups, and it's not one of these big fat backcountry setups, which is more common around here. It's kind of in the middle. We have an uphill track at the local mountain, and I just want to get up and down a little bit, have fun, maybe as a cross training kind of a thing. So a lot of skiing, try to get into that when I have some time. The basketball thing is just picking up like crazy. My last Q&A, it was on a day when I actually coached 3 basketball games, you know, with kind of gaps in between. So that was my entire Saturday. I filmed that Q&A in between, I think, the first and second game. So it's just winter time, ton going on. You know, I'm doing these kind of content here, so that's my personal update. I like to put chapters in all my videos, so if you skipped all this and you didn't hear any of this, well, you won't be listening to me now anyway. So I've got the super shoes. Everything that was in that picture that I posted, they're all in front of me right here. Grab this one off my foot. Okay. Now this is totally on the fly. I'm gonna go right through these comments and we'll see what shakes out. Yeah, I'm scanning the prices, okay? Oh, I forgot one shoe. I didn't have the Norda in the bag. Hold on 1 second there. Well, at least I'm filming this in my backyard. So, scanning these prices real quick. Got a bunch, everything 250. This one's slightly higher at 275. And then this one's slightly lower, curiously, at 220. I wonder, I mean, maybe it's just because it's a giant sportswear brand, and I don't know, they do a lot of super shoes. Maybe they had the energy rods, you know, made wholesale from some of their other shoes. So 220 here, and then the Norda 325. Let's go. First comment, TF 1978, Salomon, Norda, Asics out. Let's see, Salomon, Norda, Asics. Okay, I see. Okay, I mean, these are, you know, these are, I would say, the top 3 racing shoes here. I don't have the Pro 3, hoping to get a hold of the version 3, but this is my stand-in. These are my top 3 real, true racing shoes. So, I see where he's going with that one. Okay. Next comment from Josh Mobro. Nordas are non-plated with no drop. They do have a 7mm drop, which I mentioned there. They are non-plated. The Prodigio Pro is also non-plated. This Ultra Glide also non-plated, but I probably wouldn't consider this in the range of super shoe performance. Super shoe price, but not super shoe performance. Love the Speedland. Yeah, the Speedland, that's another one similar to the Ultra Glide. Small company, limited production. You know, same thing with the Norda. These brands, like, you know, people, obviously I posted the price, so that's a little bit leading so to speak. They're all expensive. Some of these are from niche brands. I mean, these right here are from pretty niche brands. So the price, you know, when you have limited production, you know, the price is going to be higher. You don't have that economy of scale there. So yeah, these are $250. Great shoe. They use all top technology. The thing with these small brands, the price is high, but they're also using premium technology and premium components in both of these shoes. So it's not like I'm a small company and I'm putting crap stuff in it, and just because we're small we need a high price. They're making premium shoes here, so these are great shoes. Although again, similar to this S-Lab Ultra, I wouldn't consider this as performant. They are all more expensive than they should be. Reese runs riot. Okay, yeah, well, they're super shoes. I mean, road super shoes. There's a $500 road super shoe. Add the Prodigio Pro. Yes, Catamount 4, another one I didn't bring out here. Borderline super shoes. I was thinking of doing a follow-up with shoes, and I will do that actually. Shoes that are not in the 200 plus range, that are almost in the 200 plus performance range. Yeah, this is clearly one of them. Prodigio Pro. Norda and Salomon unplated. Yes. David.James05. From what I've used, the Asics shouldn't be used anywhere near wet or ice. Unstable, no grip, mushy. You know, I wouldn't really, you know, these don't have a crazy outsole here. They're kind of flat and they're kind of spaced out. It's just the height of this. Like, these are, they look and feel insanely high in the forefoot, and they're very narrow. Gonna try to get an A/B test in these, but I'm gonna have to wait for different weather because I don't want to take this out in snow. I think they're more designed anyway for runnable, kind of dry, flat, fast terrain. So I want to have both of these on foot on the run. I had them on foot side by side in my house, and this felt extremely high. This comes from Trail Runner Reviews. Tecton is great. I just tried the Adidas Speed Ultra. Best midsole foam ever. So fast and not carbon, which I appreciate. I think those energy rods are carbon. It's not a plate, but I think there are 4 or so rods, and I think they are carbon. But I will say, this foam feels really, it probably is the best pure responsive foam. The Dream foam in the Vective Pro 2 also has a similar soft and very responsive feel to it. So those two, I would say, are the best pure performance foams in these shoes. Yeah, I like that. Drog 9618 Matrix upper or bust. Which have a Matrix upper? I mean, this has, I love a Matrix upper, and this is the only one out of them, so I guess he's a fan of the X3. Always love a Matrix upper, that's for sure. Carbon baby. Add VJ. What about N normal? Yes, I have the Chirac, whatever those are. I have them, but they're so thin. They just feel so minimal. I mean, you know, that's a Killian shoe, but they're coming out with version 2. They're going up in stack. They're going to a TPE or TPU foam in that one, so that's going to be cool, and that will be more suitable for way more people. VJ, they have an Ultra coming out. I believe they have a TPE foam in their new Ultra version, so that should be very interesting. I think I will be testing that shoe, so keep an eye out for that. I do see one comment at the end here. Woolly Spider Monkey North Face Sky 2 is only $200 US. Again, yeah, another one. That would probably be in the below super price super shoes. Sky 2. Pricing is getting completely out of hand. Oh, let me go back to my other poster. This is the #1 top comment out of all of these. Jason D. Baker. They're all ones I don't tell me wife what I actually spent. So there's that. This one comes from Josh No Garrett. One I wanted to add, since I haven't seen anyone comment it yet. I think the Tecton and Norda 005 are the only ones using Vibram rubber. Yes, that is true. Vibram Mega Grip here with the traction lugs here. Norda has a Vibram Mega Grip Elite version here. These don't have the traction lugs. You know, they have this definitely different setup with the lugs here. When I get to the full review, we'll talk about this a little bit more. But yeah, none of the other ones do have Vibram. This one, of course, but I didn't have that in that post. JC Beef 814, Speedland doesn't belong. Unnecessary trail bling, and definitely not a super shoe. I mean, if you run in the type of terrain, technical mountain terrain, Jeff V runs out in Colorado, that's your primary jam, so to speak, it's a great shoe. But again, in terms of like runnable, performance-wise racing super shoes, yeah, it's probably not in the range of these. Two more comments here. Run, George is super expensive. I'm sure we don't have to pay those amounts of money for having fun and enjoying the sport. The market, it's overpriced, and now running, it's becoming the sport to do. Everything is just skyrocketing. Yeah, that may be the case. These are all super shoes, you know. You can get good value though. Seth Ruling just won Black Canyon's 100K in the North Face Vective Endurus 4, which is listed at $160. So if anybody has a problem with the prices on these table, it's you that, you know, makes these shoes go. The shoes don't make you go. So Seth Ruling just won one of the most competitive trail races ever in kind of a daily trainer with range above it. I did a full review on that shoe. I think it's a great and fantastic shoe, but I wouldn't have classed it in the range of performance of some of these other shoes, but it did just win that race. So if you're feelings along the line of run Georges here, there's plenty of options. Again, you have this one, 195, so you can get plenty of performance to take you as far as your legs can take you. That's about a wrap for my Q&A episode 2. Again, please like and subscribe if you do enjoy this type of comment. Also, continue to comment and provide feedback, because that is fueling these episodes. So have a good day out there, and I'll see you in the next Q&A. Thank you for watching.